My name is Mike Burton, and we call this Grace Gardens in La Grande, Oregon.
Mike and his wife applied for a high tunnel through our Environmental Quality Incentives program, and their concern was the short growing season here in the Grande Ronde Valley.
A high tunnel will raise the temperature significantly. In this area, it extends the growing season by at least 3 weeks on either end of the year. The Grande Ronde Valley is also known for wind. Putting the high tunnel up mitigates that wind breakage that would happen. And of course, transpiration, so they lose water more quickly. And so having the high tunnel modify those wind events really makes a difference.
When you apply for EQIP, we provide both technical and financial assistance.
It's a cost share, so I have investment here. I raise at least 70 different kinds of vegetables seasonally, so what I have available changes. My strategy is I raise what I like to eat, and I like to eat a real diversity, and then we market the excess to the local community.
Just the aspect of knowing where your food is coming from. When you come to like a farmer's market, or if you know the landowner and you come out to their property, you know right where it was grown. And it's also just being able to share and get to know your local community as well.
It's pleasurable to me. I haven't approached it from a real big commercial aspect. It's more of a community-oriented perspective. And so I take on just a number of clients that I can keep them supplied with a weekly or bi-weekly box, or some actually come out and harvest their own.
Soil health is a big focus through the NRCS, especially right now through our regenerative pilot program.
I practice regenerative agriculture, and I teach about regenerative agriculture, which produce a much more nutrient-dense product. Not only do I not use pesticides or herbicides, but I go beyond. None of these beds get tilled. And then I also rotate the beds around. I do a lot of mulching. I companion plant. And I raise quite a few flowers. Like alyssum and marigold are both reduced pests, and I raise them right in with the plants. Another principle in regenerative ag is integrating animal resources. And so with my horses, I call them my mobile composters, eating the refuse from what I have harvested. So I harvest a cauliflower, it's got all these leaves, and those leaves go somewhere, and the horses are like, take me, I'll eat them. And then I systematically reintroduce the manure as well as the compost. But I basically move carbon around. It's a cycle, and that's biomimicry or sound stewardship. So it's all organic material that goes into building the soil.
If you're interested in an NRCS program, there's going to be paperwork to get you established. Once you're established, it's just like your annual documents from there on. But an application is very straightforward. You'll fill out one application, and that'll put you in for RPP, and then you could either go through our CSP, which is our Conservation Stewardship Program, or through our EQIP program.
NRCS is filled with people that are highly dedicated. They're very easy to work with, and it's a good cooperative situation.